small one. I thought it was a little bit bigger. The water temperature right now is 86 degrees. Even though we've got an overcast, it's still pretty warm. But what lets you know that those fish are wanting this lipless is the way that they're biting it. They're putting the whole thing just about inside their mouth. And they're not being hooked in the gill, they're not being hooked anywhere. I mean, they're biting it and it's going down right there inside their mouth. When you see them fish come up and do that, you're using the right bait. When you catch one every now and then and it's being hooked in the side or it's barely being hooked, yeah, you're using the right kind of bait but not the right color. You need to switch into something else. I had a bad problem with that for a long time, you know, and I was using baits, but I wasn't catching fish all the time. And now I've learned. People say, you know, what does all these colors have to do with it? A lot of people don't really realize certain colors for certain lakes work, and it really does. I've had people tell me it don't matter as long as it's the same bait. No, you're wrong. I have used all kinds of different colors, and certain colors work better in certain lakes, no matter what. And a lot of times out here it's black and blue. I love to use a black and blue chatterbait out here, and I caught the biggest fish out of this lake on that, and it was right at 8 pounds. Well, let me correct myself. It was 7 pounds 8 ounces, and I caught it right in 5.5 foot of water with a chatterbait. And you can take that chatterbait, and people don't realize it, but you can go out there in 8 and 9 foot of water with hydrilla on the bottom and use that chatterbait, and a lot of people don't. They just use it up close. But I'll use a gambler Y knot, put it right on the end of it, and as I put that gambler Y knot on the end of it, it's a little bit heavier along with that 1/2 ounce chatterbait. And it lets that bait fall a little bit faster, and then when you're reeling it kind of slow, you know, I reel mine about like that. Whenever I'm reeling it, it's letting it go a little bit deeper, letting it cut through that hydrilla and everything. I just showed a gentleman that not too long ago. I mean, he couldn't believe that I was fishing it in that deep of water and doing it that way. But it works. I mean, I started catching fish on it and I proved it to him. But out here in this lake right now, it's 5'2". I've got sporadic pads, very sporadic. And these fish, it seems like every one of them I've been picking up has kind of been in between the sporadic pads or out about 15 yards from them. So we're just kind of working these sporadic pads. There's one right there. Oh, come on. Just kind of working these sporadic pads, fishing around them, and seeing what we can do. I was going to switch to flipping, but this right here seems to be working for me. So I'm hoping that we can pick up some more and let y'all see. And you know, I'm just trying to be out here and help everybody out on what the depths are and what kind of water it is and everything else. And to talk for a little bit about everything that I'm doing today, I started off, I was using a swim jig. Then I switched to a chatterbait. Couldn't catch nothing. I fished with it for about 15 minutes in different pocket areas and seeing what I can do. Didn't catch nothing. I said, well, let me try out the Lipless. I came out here with this Lipless. I threw it for a little bit. The first one that I caught, it was, a decent size. So I said, well, let's keep trying it. Threw it 5 or 6 more casts, caught another one. Both of them were inhaling it. So it lets me know they were wanting this lipless. Then I went for about 15 minutes and didn't even pick nothing up, and all of a sudden it picked up another one. And you just got to keep working around and trying to find what you can use. What I'm trying to do is just help everybody out, and that's water temperature is 86 degrees. The color of the water is very dark. We've got sporadic pads and brush all the way around this lake, and it's very good overcast. I could come out here on a day where it's not this good of an overcast and try the same thing and it might not work. These conditions is what's working. So I keep a log of what I do and how I catch fish on certain days, and sometimes I can take that same log, go to a different lake, and go back to that log and use what I was doing at the other lake, and it will work for me. I've done it multiple times. So it's real good to keep a log on what you're doing. And this weather might push us out of here, but it's really good to keep a log on what you're doing. If you're catching a fish on a Cinco and it's 95 degrees outside, and there's one. That's slam. See what I'm talking about, how they're eating it? Look at how they're eating it. Slamming it. I mean, they're slamming. I don't want to get caught out here in this weather. Try your best to be responsible with the weather also. You can come out here and try to replace another fishing trip, but you can't replace yourself. So just kind of make sure you watch out for the weather also. Lightning's staying a little bit of a distance from us, but keep an eye on it for a few minutes and see which way it's going to end up going. I was out here a couple of nights ago, and it was bad out here, and I ended up not even being able to put my boat in the water because of how bad it was. So, like I said, just keep an eye out on everything. But these conditions, like I was saying, these conditions is what you got to look for. Make sure if you don't write it down, at least try your best to remember, because it can always work. You're catching fish and this time of day and this heat, this and that. Make sure you remember each one of those things, because you can go to a different lake and go, well, it was this hot out here on this lake and this time, so let's try this. And majority of the time, whatever you were fishing around, if you can kind of scope it out, then it'll work. So that's what I try to do. I was fishing this lipless around pockets of brush and things like in sporadic grass in the other lake that I had that tournament in, and I was catching them. So I came out here, and both of those days was an overcast, but it wasn't quite this bad. There was still some sun shining. So what I'm trying to say is I came out here, and I know what I use at the other lake, so I figured I'd try it out here. It's working. I've caught within an hour and 15 minutes. I've caught, I don't know, 6 fish. So it's just trying to find them, and that's including the time that I took and was fishing the shoreline and everything else trying to find these fish. You have to find them. Once you find them, then it's all up to you to catch them. So maybe we can pick up one more and pay attention to this weather a little bit. See, and as you can see now, I'm not in the pads anymore. I'm kind of lingering my way into some different open sets of pads. want to catch them, you just got to find them. Town, you've got lake, and then you go to the other side, you got a lake. No matter what, you're surrounded around lakes. And what I want to talk to y'all about is, you know, my page is Small Town Big Dreams, and I might be a small town boy, but you know, I've got dreams that I'm trying to fulfill. I want to be successful. I want to be able to help people out. I want to be there for everybody else. And my mother owns a bait store. Talk to her, and she's got plenty of different catalogs, and you can pick what you want, and she can let you know if she can get it or she can't right then. 9 times out of 10 she'll be able to get it for you. But they really help me with what I'm doing, and my mom and my fiance, she's really, you know, they really take to help me out. In fact, my fiance's recording all this for me right now, so she's really supportive of everything that I do. And I go fishing most of the time, it's 5 days out of the week, and I try to make different videos and try to do different things, and sometimes those videos don't turn out exactly like I want them to, and it's just, it gets aggravating sometimes, because I'm trying to make a video to where y'all can learn something, and sometimes I come out here and I'm just like anybody else. I've come out here before and I haven't caught anything, and I've done everything that I know of, and they just, sometimes fish just don't want to bite, so you have to live with that sometimes and work around that. But what I'm trying to do is just show y'all that I'm just like anybody else. Just because I've caught 10 fish in a video don't mean that, you know, I came out here that day and caught 10 fish and I hadn't been coming out here and fishing my ass off for months, you know, and trying to figure out what they're biting and everything else. What I do is I like to come out here, figure out what they're wanting, and make a video of whatever I've been catching these fish on. That way y'all can watch back at the video and go, okay, well, he used this at this time and everything else. I'm just wanting to help everybody out, and it's starting to rain, so I think we're fixing to pack it up. I'm not there anymore. I ran her off some grass. It's fixing to rain. I guess we're fixing to head out. I don't want to get soaked wet today. It was good fishing with y'all. I hope y'all learned something. I hope I taught you anything. Please